Well, hello and welcome. In the next 30 minutes, we're going to show you some of the vehicles that are featured at this year's Portland International Auto Show. It takes place right here at the Oregon Convention Center. And we've got a few surprises in store for you, including electric cars from Kia, BMW and VW. We'll show you the new Chrysler 300 and a Bugatti VEYRON. So sit back, relax and enjoy some of the best cars, trucks and SUVs America has to offer.
When we do well in life, we like to reward ourselves, and sometimes that means a new car. The ultimate reward is a luxury car. So what does it have to have? Supple leather, great technology, and of course it needs to be a thoroughbred. So here are some of the thoroughbreds you'll see at this year's show.
With a starting price of $54,500 and a combined gas consumption of 18 miles a gallon, the new Kia K900 is about $20,000 less than some of its European competitors. The K900 is definitely fit for a king. Kia has become known as the challenger brand in America, breaking down ideas of what we thought a luxury car was and showing us a different road. The price is not the only thing that makes the K900 attractive. Exquisite interior materials. And let's not forget the reclining rear seats. That's the cherry on the top of the luxury cake. At this year's auto show, you can get up close and personal with a new premium Land Rover, the Discovery Sport. Starting at just $37,995, this looks like the best small Land Rover the company has ever produced. What sets it apart from its competitors is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, a 9-speed automatic transmission, and standard all-wheel drive that promises controlled and precise all-weather performance. Of course, it's got Land Rover's terrain response system, which can cope with sand, rocks, mud or snow, and on the inside there's seating for 7. The Jaguar F-Type is at the top of my list of what to buy if I win the lottery. The F-Type Coupe starts at just $65,000, which is a highly competitive price in the premium segment. And with power, agility and a distinctive drive, the F-Type is a true sports car, engineered for high performance and responsive handling, and a beautiful distinguished body. Supercharged engines, lightweight aluminum construction, and advanced driving technologies all deliver an experience that is intuitive, instinctive, and definitely makes me feel alive.
The first luxury SUVs arrived in 2004, and over the last 10 years they've been getting nothing but better. Now, take a peek into our crystal ball. We'll show you the technology of the future, including a virtual windshield and a disappearing hood.
If you have an Apple phone or an Android phone, car companies want to make your life simpler by integrating them into the car, which is exactly what Hyundai have done. In mid-2015, every Hyundai Sonata will have the option of 3 very significant software applications. These applications will have the ability to change how we use our cars. Significantly, the battle for your dash has just begun. These applications are Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Hyundai BlueLink. Apple call their CarPlay system a safer way to use the iPhone in a car. Once you plug in your phone, the Apple-looking icons appear on your car's in-dash screen. For Android phone users, it works in much the same way. Tell your Google app where you want to go, and it can use the phone to navigate to your destination or points of interest, right from your command. For safety, both Apple and Android phones are locked out once they're plugged in. Hyundai will be the first manufacturer to offer both systems in new cars starting in 2015 Sonata models. And if you already own one of these vehicles with a navigation system, you'll be eligible for an upgrade if you don't already have Android Auto or Apple software. Remote start your Hyundai and decide how long it runs for. You can remote stop the vehicle at any time in the process right from your smartphone. The new BlueLink 3.0 mobile app will also include a climate control remote defrost, available on select models. Hyundai added Google Points of Interest details, which will include business hours, distance to the location, and rating search for nearby gas stations. Users can favorite the points of interest for quick access in any BlueLink vehicle. This updated app is downloadable from Google Play or Apple App Store. Land Rover have been experimenting with a disappearing hood. Using the heads-up display, they have technology that projects the road onto the windshield and makes the hood look like it disappears. And over at Jaguar, they are turning your windshield into a video game-style screen. Race car drivers can see the right position in the road and information about performance and previous laps. In the battle for your dash, Mini and BMW announced they will be adding Spotify into new cars so you can access millions of songs while on the go. And over at Audi, the dash is becoming virtual as they introduce a screen in the space that once housed the analog gauges.
Every year, enthusiasts work on project cars around the country, and this year Portland gets its very own project car. We'll introduce you to Project Discovery as our coverage of the Portland International Auto Show continues.
The Portland International Auto Show takes place at the Oregon Convention Center. For tickets and times, go to portlandautoshow.com. Win a new Toyota Camry, see the Bugatti VEYRON, and join TV host Nick Miles live on KXL on Sunday from the show.
Green cars are a growing segment for automakers around the world. In the US, demand is driven by our need to reduce emission standards and also our need to reduce our dependency on foreign oil. So what is a green car? Well, it's an electric car, a clean-burning diesel car, a hybrid car, and some automakers have been experimenting with hydrogen. Let's take a look at the green cars at this year's show.
All the green cars are in one place this year at the show, the Clean Tech Center. From some of the most expensive green cars like the Porsche Panamera Hybrid to everyday cars like the all-electric Nissan Leaf. Last year, Nissan sold over 30,000 Leafs. The Leaf is becoming a go-to car for people who have never considered electric and is even attracting customers as far away as Iceland. The VW e-Golf makes its debut at the Portland show this year. Hot off the heels of the Golf winning North American Car of the Year, the e-Golf was named the Northwest Electric Car of the Year. The Golf platform was designed to fit almost any powertrain, diesel, gas, or electric. One of the attractions of the e-Golf is it looks just like the gas Golf. But under the hood, it's much greener. The dimensions of the VW e-Golf are almost identical to that of the regular Golf. The e-Golf's 700-pound, 24.2 kilowatt lithium-ion battery fits flat under the floor and doesn't infringe on cargo or passenger interior space. With quiet running, the 115 horsepower engine is strong enough to pass other cars on the freeway without any trouble and gets you up to speed when you put your foot down. Now Ford will be showing off the C-Max at this year's show with seating for 5 and a fuel economy of 42 miles a gallon in the city and 37 miles a gallon on the highway. It's a penny saver. The C-Max is perfect for Northwest living with ample cargo space, a small footprint, and the size that is easy to park in the city. American carmaker Chevy will have the Spark Electric on display at this year's Portland International Auto Show. Starting under $20,000, the Spark can go 82 miles on a charge and brings home the Kelley Blue Book Cost to Own Award. Over at Fiat, the 500e is also a big award winner. It's the proud recipient of Northwest Green Automobile of the Year, 2 years in a row. With a rating of 108 miles per gallon E and all the Italian sexiness, you might just fall in love. The Clean Tech Center will also be showing off BMW's i3. With or without the gas range extender, the i3 will get you noticed. A carbon fiber body and a 0 to 60 time of 6.5 seconds, this is not an electric car for your granddad, but for the modern driver. Add in the range extender and your range can fly up to 150 miles.
Every year, legions of enthusiasts create project cars in their own garage, so we decided to do a project car of our own. It's called Project Discovery, and it's a special luxury vehicle for dogs.
We wanted to do something special and fun, and that's exactly what we did with Project Discovery. First of all, we started with a 2002 Land Rover Discovery. We had to make sure it was mechanically sound, so we sent it to our partners at Certified Automotive Repair of Salem. They gave it the once-over to make sure it was good to go.
Mechanically, when it originally came in, there was a head gasket breach. So we had to replace the head gaskets, get it back on the road again.
Once that was finished, we handed the vehicle over to the team at Mobile West. They stripped and gutted the insides.
Upgrading your audio system can start as little as $100 a pair of speakers are going to be better than what's in most cars, to $50,000 over-the-top works of art.
After they placed padding on the floors to quieten the ride, they gave the insides a major once-over. They put in heated front seats, embroidered with the TestMiles logos. The material they chose was a carbon fiber vinyl look. They gave it a sporty, luxury feel. At key areas throughout the interior, Mobile West put carbon fiber accents and black suede, and a very cool carbon fiber looking headliner. Some of the original tan plastic was dyed black to bring the colors together. Once that was finished, the piece de resistance. The team from Certified Automotive Repair mounted an air-compressed cannon on the back of the vehicle that could fire tennis balls for the dogs. Hooked up on a platform which comes out of the tow hitch. Hours of fun for our four-legged friends. Finally, to make sure the vehicle looks the part, we had it wrapped. Now it's ready and on display as the perfect dog luxury transportation at this year's Portland International Auto Show.
When our coverage of the Portland International Auto Show continues, we'll show you some of the new trucks at the show and show you the fast and furious cars you won't want to miss. That and so much more when we come back.
The Portland International Auto Show takes place at the Oregon Convention Center. For tickets and times, go to portlandautoshow.com. Win a new Toyota Camry, see the Bugatti VEYRON, and join TV host Nick Miles live on KXL on Sunday from the show.
Welcome back to the Portland International Auto Show. 20% of the vehicles sold in the United States are commercial vehicles. That means the guy delivering packages to your house is driving a commercial vehicle. That means that the plumber who's coming to fix your pipes is driving a commercial vehicle. So here are some of the trucks that you can see at this year's show.
One of the main attractions will be the newly crowned North American Truck of the Year, the Ford F-150. The F-Series trucks have been sold since 1948. The F-1 has been the best-selling truck in the United States for the last 43 years and the best-selling vehicle overall for the last 32 years. Ford engineers spent the last 4.5 years designing and testing the new F-150. They used military-grade aluminum, which helped them shed 700 pounds in weight, which is equal to a grizzly bear. The lighter weight means the truck can perform better and manage higher payloads. The new F-150 underwent more than 10 million miles of testing. After all, Ford have to live up to the saying, built Ford tough. Ford have tried to make the F-150 one of the most useful tools in the workperson's toolbox, with many new innovative features like a 180-degree camera. And Ford have added active park assist. The truck will steer itself into a tight parking space. Before now, this technology has only been available on cars and SUVs. Over at GMC, the Sierra rolls into this year's show. Twin cousin to the Chevrolet Silverado, the Sierra has an adult styling look, an improved V6 engine, and highway mileage ratings of 24 miles a gallon. Chevrolet are making big news with a small truck. The Colorado is back as Chevy's first mid-size truck in longer than I can remember. The Colorado has dynamic styling and all the Chevy features packed into a small, very capable truck. This truck is solid and well put together. The vehicle I chose as Truck of the Year will also be present at this year's show. The new Ram 1500 EcoDiesel. At 28 miles a gallon on the highway, convenient features like air suspension, RAM boxes, and a Wi-Fi hotspot, it's hard to ignore the new 1500 EcoDiesel. And Ram are celebrating with the news that the 1500 was the third best-selling vehicle in the United States last year.
Now, whether you're working around the farm or hauling a huge load, the Portland International Auto Show has a vehicle for the job. Now let's turn to a very special class of car. They are small, fast and furious. Some call them tuner cars, some call them rally cars. Whatever you call them, they have 4 wheels and lots of fun.
The Nissan GT-R is much closer to a supercar than it is to a rally car. The 2015 model year marks the 7th for the GT-R. Year after year, Nissan have made updates to the vehicle that have crowned it fast and furious and definitely above average. The catalogue has grown this year to include a NISMO version of the GT-R. This version gets larger and longer. In fact, the length increases by ½ an inch. Some of those changes to the exterior shell include an integrated splitter and a raised rear wing. Along with the GT-R, Nissan will also have a NISMO Z at this year's show. For those people that love manual transmissions, you'll find a 350 horsepower 3.7-liter V6. This car is definitely not for those faint of heart. It and diapers are not included. When it comes to Fast and Furious cars over $100,000, you'll want to take a look at the Audi R8. When I punched this car from 0 to 100 miles an hour in under 7 seconds, my passenger told me he had an out-of-body experience. This car is unbelievably fast. The R8 is Audi's halo car and pulls together supercar numbers with the heritage of Audi's motorsport success. The R8 gives the shopper lots of choices. Manual or S-tronic transmission and 3 engines help achieve a top track speed of 186 to 198 miles an hour. But with all that technology and power, Audi has maintained a high level of luxury. But it is all about the fast. The engine performance ranges from 430 horsepower to 550 horsepower. And with the light body, the 0 to 60 miles an hour times are as low as 3.3 seconds. And don't forget, it's all-wheel drive, so no problem handling the Portland weather. Firmly in the Fast and Furious tuner car category, the VW GTI, the Honda Civic Si, the Ford Focus ST, the SCION FRS, and Subaru's WRX. These hot hatches will be well represented at this year's show, and this may be the only place in town where you can see them all together.
One of the biggest attractions at the Portland International Auto Show is the exotics, and this year is no exception. It'll take your breath away when our coverage of the Portland International Auto Show continues.
The Portland International Auto Show takes place at the Oregon Convention Center. For tickets and times, go to portlandautoshow.com. Win a new Toyota Camry, see the Bugatti VEYRON, and join TV host Nick Miles live on KXL on Sunday from the show.
Portland has the oldest Ferrari dealership in the USA, and that should tell you that we like our exotics. The display of exotic is absolutely unbelievable. But my big question to you is, can your heart take it?
One of this year's biggest attractions with exotic cars will be BMW's i8. There are only 2 things wrong with this car. I don't have one, and I can't afford one, but boy, do I want one. Before BMW designed the new i8, they took a long look at their own existence. Some of the questions they asked themselves were, who are we? Why do we exist? And what is our purpose? After some reflection, the answer came in the form of the world's first plug-in hybrid electric supercar. The i8 is an innovative and novel approach to transportation problems. This is the most important launch for BMW in recent history and shows the company's path forward will be investing heavily in hybrid and plug-in hybrid technologies. Officially, it goes 0 to 60 miles an hour in 4.2 seconds, but in my unscientific test, I did it in under 4 seconds. It has 2 engines, an electric in the front and a 3-cylinder turbo gas engine in the back, giving it an all-wheel drive 357 total horsepower, a 22-mile range on electricity alone, and an unofficial fuel consumption of up to 94 miles a gallon equivalent. The stunning design exterior is designed from a drop of water, and every element seen has a real function on the car. The fenders and bumpers are thermo-treated plastic, and the roof is made out of recycled carbon fiber left over from the shell. In electric driving mode, the maximum speed is 75 miles an hour. The car can be plugged in and charged at home, taking just 3.5 hours to replenish the 110-volt system, or only 1.5 hours with a 240-volt system. You'll recognize it as a BMW on the inside, with some amazing gauge graphics and a few unique controls. Now, this year's show will have an outstanding collection of Italian supercars. From Ferrari, the F12, the 458 Special, my favorite and what I consider my dream car, the Ferrari FF, and a new California T. That's over $1 million of Ferraris. On the Maserati side, the Ghibli SQ4, and the Quattroporte SQ4. I'll easily need a whole day for just the Maseratis.
Now, I already have a list of cars that I'd like to buy if I win the lottery. Some great exotics, right? Here's a list of this year's must-sees at the Portland International Auto Show.
There are only 2 rear-wheel drive full-size American sedans for sale in North America, and the Chrysler 300 is one of them. The new 2015 Chrysler 300C will be taking its place front and center at this year's Portland International Auto Show. There's a new look inside and out for this model. It'll come well armed with best-in-class fuel efficiency. The new Chrysler 300 has an 8-speed automatic transmission, standard on all models, the most advanced all-wheel drive system in the segment, and a starting price of just over $31,000. The 300 is the first item on the must-see list at this year's show. Also, make sure to get a glimpse of Fiat's first all-wheel drive vehicle, the Fiat 500X. The design pays homage to the original Cinquecento, but in a larger model. Designed in Turin, Italy, it comes packed with safety features, a dynamic select system that allows the driver to choose which driving mode the car operates in. And to save gas, it has a disconnecting rear axle. This puts the vehicle in front-wheel drive until the all-wheel drive is needed. That means that you will save a bunch on gas while still having an all-wheel drive vehicle. This year, the Portland International Auto Show is proud to announce they will be showing off a Bugatti VEYRON for the first time. The car can cost anywhere from 1.5 to 2.5 million, depending on what the option column has checked. Bugatti is one of the most outstanding car companies in the world. And it better be, since to own one of these vehicles, it could cost you a monthly payment of $29,000. The vehicle falls into the supercar category of sports cars valued over $1 million. The VEYRON has over 1,000 horsepower, an outstanding 0 to 60 miles an hour time of just around 2.4 seconds.
The Portland International Auto Show has some of the latest and greatest cars, and we've only scratched the surface of some of those that are here at the show. So come down to the Oregon Convention Center. We'll be here all weekend, and enjoy the show.
The Portland International Auto Show takes place at the Oregon Convention Center. For tickets and times, go to portlandautoshow.com. Win a new Toyota Camry, see the Bugatti VEYRON, and join TV host Nick Miles live on KXL on Sunday from the show.